Hi, I'm Sue Boo bringing crafting to you, and today I'm going to show you how to make an alternative from the lovely all-inclusive Hello Dear Friend card kit. Now in the kit you get enough to make, I think it's 16, cards. Just need to double check that. No, sorry, it's 12 cards, but you always get some left over, and you don't always have to do what the kit tells you to do. So you can make all of these different cards with it, and there's full instructions how to make those cards nice and clear for you. But I'm going to show you an alternative today. So we're going to begin with, and just before I forget, if you shop with me between the 28th of March and the 25th of April, please use my hostess code, and there'll be goodies on the way to you. If you are watching from my YouTube channel, please subscribe and press the notification button so that you will always have notification of when I have uploaded a video. You can shop with the hostess code, and there will be a link in the description box back to my Facebook page to be able to click on my shop button, or you can go straight to the Stampin' Up website, and if you put in the hostess code when you go through to the checkout, make sure you put it in there, then it will register with me, which will be Susan Boothby, and I will be able to send you some free products. Right, okay, thank you very much. So we're going to start off using the little leaf out of the card kit. So when you finish with everything in the card kit, you will still have all your stamps to be able to use on other things. So I'm just going to randomly stamp some of these leaves around the card. So anywhere I want in different directions, and I'm using the Granny Apple Green. So I'm using Granny Apple Green just to do some random leaves around a place. So anywhere I want, just randomly putting them there. And them coming this way. There we go. That's enough. That will do fine. I just want them randomly placed around the card. So I'm just using a standard card base, which is your 8 and a quarter inch by 5 7/8, scored down the middle of your 8 and a quarter at 4 1/8. Okay, so because I'm using photopolymer, I will clean with my stamping scrub. So I'm just going to clean that stamp up. And the beauty of this card kit, you get everything you need to make those cards. So you get a mini stamping block, which as you can see, I've just inked up with a mini stamping block. I use those all the time. You only get the one colour, but when you keep getting kits, you will get many different colours, or you can buy just the mini. You can buy 8 mini on the road. So you can do different things. Now I'm bringing in the Daffodil Delight. So I have got a mini and I have got a big one, and I'm just going to use my my big one today. Right, so I'm using Daffodil Delight, and it's got this lovely little flower that I'm stamping. Right, I've just touched something there. Right, it's that way, so I'm just going to go round and just stamp my flower all on my leaves. Okay, so I've done Granny Apple Green, and now this is Daffodil Delight. But you could use any colours that you've got in your stamps, you could use. So that one that way, and that one that way, and I've got a couple more that's gone in the middle there, and twist that round, and I've got what there. Now if you notice, I am stamping on a stamping mat because it gives you a better impression when you're using photopolymer stamps. So I'm using that. So I think this makes a beautiful little flower. There's lots you can do with just those two stamps and the words. So it's a great card kit. It will only be available until the June, because it's in the January to June catalogue, so it's only going to be available for a short length of time. But these stamps, which you've got just a little note, you have hello dear friend, a day to remember, you make my heart smile, and thank you, and then these two that you've just seen me stamp with the leaves and the flower. And there's lots that could be done with just those stamps on their own. So I'll just pop those away a minute. And then I'm going to use the glue dots that you get with the set, and I've put a piece of vellum from the set, so I'm going to stick a piece of vellum now that came with the set over those, so you'll still be able to see my flowers underneath. Doesn't that look pretty? So just make sure that I've got my glue dots. And where's my pokey tool? There we go. So you get the glue dots in with the set to be able to use. So you don't have to use any of your own glue. You could do, but you can just use the glue dots. Now I'm going to stick these roughly where I can see it crossing, because the trouble is with vellum, you can see all the way through, so you can sometimes see where you have put the glue dots. So I'm gonna put those there, and then just flip the back off with the end of my pokey tool. That got it off. Now I've separated that. There we go. So I'll do the top one. I'm in camera, just make sure I'm in camera. There we go. So this almost looks silver on the back, so if you wanted a silver effect, you could have a silver effect. I'm going for, it's like a coppery colour that's in this. So that's come off. There we go. And this one, that's here. So I'm looking to make sure, just let's try and flatten that out a bit. Got a bit. There we go. So I'm going to put this so that it's even as much as I can, top and bottom and left and right. Okay, so get that straight there. So I think that's pretty. And sort of the yellows and the greens remind me very much of kind of the Easter colours, because you get your daffodils and in there, and your tulips sometimes can be like that. So I think I'm going to tuck those around like that. So I'm just rearranging my flowers. So I'm going to do something like that. Now we could do the glue dots. In fact, I'm going to use the glue dots so that you get the idea that this is what you can do. So I'm going to put the glue dots roughly where the underneath flowers that I want to position. So I'm just going to take the glue dots. So this is everything that's in the kit, apart from I have used 2 different ink colours, and I think it was that way. So I'm just going to position this roughly around there, and so now I can bring it up. Those are actually stuck down because I've used the glue dots. Now I'm going to bring in from the kit, they've got the leaves, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take a glue dot and position that around there, and then work out where I want this on my flower. I think I'm going to have it coming out the side there. Let's have a look. I want it up there. I'm going to go up for there. Going to go there. Right, and I'm going to bring another one in and put another glue dot a bit further down. Take off my glue dot here and bring this in there. And I think I'm just going to have one more coming up there, so I'm just going to again put my glue dot, sorry, off camera, glue dot around there, and then take that one off, and then I can position this arranging there like that. So now that's held in place for me. So I'm going to turn it round on the back, and also what you get in your kit is dimensionals. So I'm going to pop this all on dimensionals. So I'm going to get the dimensionals out, and I'm just going to place them. There we go. So this will support the leaves on the flowers, as well as supporting the flowers, joining them together. I think I'll pop one down there. I think we'll be all right at that. So I'm going to take this, the backs off the dimensionals now. There we go. And there we go. And I'm going to pop this down in the corner. I think I might even stick it off there. So I think I'm going to go about there. Okay, now will this fit in the top corner? Is that going to be too big? Just going to have a look what the labels are with it. So we get the big square one. There is another one that is longer, and there's that one. I think I preferred that size, so we'll have a look. I'm going to take that off. That's a bit overwhelming there, so maybe I'm going to take that one there. Right, let's pop that back. Now I've got one Happy Easter stamp, and it's just gonna fit on there. Now because I've been stamping in the yellow and green, I think I'm going to actually continue and do my Happy Easter in the same green that I've done. So this is Granny Apple Green, so I'm going to ink up my stamp for my Happy Easter, and I prefer to keep my ink pad down most of the time and use my stamp just to go over it and ink it up, and then just check, seal up your stamp because you don't want to dry it out. And I'm going to get this straight and put that close down to the bottom as I can, and then press. Now, if you haven't got a stamping mat, which I highly recommend you getting, but often you get it picked up like this. Now, today I've been on a journey and I've made cards while I've been on the journey, and it won't, your stamping mat is the best thing because it cushions it. Now, I better take it off now, otherwise I'll get it doubling because it moved. But when it's stuck on the back, I pattered all around the back just to make sure that the stamp adhered, the ink adhered to all of it. Now that is stamped beautiful because it's been stamped on the stamping mat. Okay, so I am going to have my Happy Easter going off there, and I'm also going to pop that up on dimensionals. Now don't forget, when you come into the end of your dimensional sheet, don't be throwing these away, because you can cut these up and use them on your sentiments or whatever you are putting up onto dimensionals. So you can use absolutely every bit of your stamping dimensionals. So just one more, and I'm going to do that there. Now, one thing I do highly recommend that you get is something that's called Wink of Stella. Now, Wink of Stella is just let me put this in. I think I'll have it going under the leaf. I think I'll bring it down and have it, the leaf sitting on there. I think like that. Just make sure that that is straight and pop that down there. So that's a really pretty Easter card now. It looks lovely with the flowers coming through the vellum randomly. But the Wink of Stella, that's the blue white one. That's the blue white one. The Wink of Stella, yeah, gives it like glitter. Now it's very hard for you to actually see on the camera. I'll try and show you, but the Wink of Stella just painted on it. I don't think I can pick the, but I can see here that centre where I've painted the Wink of Stella is really glittering, but it's hard for it to pick up on camera, but in real life you can see it, and it looks gorgeous. So we could leave our card just like that, because that's what's in the kit, and I don't think there is some actual where are we? There's my kit stuff. We've got some cord. I'm just trying to find out what I've picked everything up, and excuse me, what have I done with the cord? If I can't find it, oh yes, here it is, look. So it comes with this lovely twiny cord, it is. So I'm just going to use a bit of this and tie it in a bow. Now it does go crinkly, so just rub it between your fingers for a little while to warm it up, to straighten it more. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie that now. Shall I tie a double bow? Let's have a see whether it will play, and I can do a double bow today. So do that. It does curl quite a lot, so it is quite difficult to sometimes. Oh, not got enough, so let me double a bit more. So if you leave it on your reel, then when you do it, you can actually see where whether it's going to make your bow. It is a bit tricky when you're doing a double bow with it, but it means that when you've tied your double bow and have got it right, it will be lovely, going off all over the place, which I want it to do. Lovely. So it's going off all over the place. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to use my scissors. I want my sharp ones, so I just pop them out of the way. No, I've got them out somewhere. Where are my sharp scissors? Did I leave them in my box? Let's have a look. I've got them in there. No, what have... Oh, they're right beside me. So I'm going to chop those off and open that up, and I'll see where I want that. So I'm going to stick it underneath my Happy Easter. Just going to see if it'll pull a little bit tighter. There we go. So I've got some nice things going on. And again, I'm going to use a glue dot from the kit. So where have I popped my glue dots? So use a glue dot. I had them a minute ago. Have I popped them? I'll use one off here, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take a glue dot. Now what I do is I take the glue dot off, I decide which way I want my bow. I might do it that way. So I'm going to pop that on the back of the glue dot, and I just press it down, and then I just lift that off. And the glue dot, don't know whether you can see that on camera, is left on there, and then I can just pop that right under my Happy Easter like that, and let the it go wherever it wants. So that comes as well with the kit, so you get that. Oh, they're right up here. I bet you're all shouting at me. They're up there, so never mind. So we can also, in the inside, we can I'm keeping my card flat while I'm doing this. We can also stamp on the inside. So I'm going to go back and put the leaves. So I'm going to go back and do it with the, just make sure that yeah, that's the right way. So I'm going to go back. Let's say this is what I do. I have my ink pad down, and I'm going to go over with my leaves. I'm going to pop one in this corner, and I'll have one in this corner, and I think I'll go all out. I've one in that corner, and then one in that corner, and just make sure you seal your stamping spots up. I'm going to clean it with my chamois. And take that off, and then get my little flower and go back in with my Daffodil Delight. I'm just going to pick that up. I just think these are lovely spring colours. Lovely. There. And turn that round. Now getting ink on me, and I'll have to be careful now. That's it. And one here. There we go. And then put my ink pad back together, and I have got my chamois now. And the beauty of a chamois is I can rub my own fingers on it as well, so I can clean up the extra bit that I got on the stamp block. And so this stamp block actually comes as well with the kit. So as I say, you get everything to make the cards in the kit. As I say, today I have just used 2 different ink colours, and because it doesn't come with a Happy Easter and I wanted to do an Happy Easter card, it does. I have used a different sentiment, but you everything else apart and the Wink of Stella, everything else will come with the kit. So you get the envelopes to the cards as well. So this is what you can do with your leftovers when you've made all the cards. There's always some leftovers, or you can do alternative ideas. So this is a lovely Easter card that I've made with it, and I have got the sentiment I can put in the middle. So, dear friend, just a little note, thank you, you make my heart smile. I'm not going to use any of those sentiments because it is going to be a Happy Easter card, so I'm going to leave it and I will write something in there. So that is today's card. So I hope you like that. I think that's really pretty, lovely colours for this time of year. So thank you very much for popping by. I do appreciate that you came on to watch me. I will be back with more crafty goodies tomorrow. Don't forget, use the hostess code if you are going to shop with me this month. So this is my hostess code from the 28th of March up until the 25th of April. So, and also check out, because there's a lot of last chance products now retiring from the annual catalogue. So don't miss out on those. So thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.